morning, Internet. So today we have another Airstream project for you. And today we're going to talk about TPMS, Tire Pressure Management System. So I have selected a product called Tire Minder. What this product does is it allows you to monitor from the inside of the tow vehicle tire pressure. By way of story, I can give you an example. A couple years ago, we went out to California, Northern California, met up with Fred. We did some mountain biking out there. And while we were on the freeway, somebody pulled up next to us and was wildly gesticulating. And we realized they were telling us that we had a flat. And so Fred and I changed the tire. Luckily, we were very close to the RV park, within a couple of miles, just by chance. We changed the tire, but it began to kind of noodle around in my mind, like, I wonder how long it was flat. I wonder what would have happened if it had blown out. I wonder what would happen if I lost both tires at the same time. So for a couple of years now, I've been meaning to do this. So you may recall in one of our earlier videos this season, we did an episode on putting a receiver hitch on the trailer. That same company, Welding, sells this product. And so the way the product works is you install a little device onto your valve stems, and it monitors tire pressure. We're going to go over that in a minute. But first, we have a task today, which is, I realized when I put this product on, you can see that it's a little bit jiggly, right? So this is the valve stem that comes out of the tire, and it's rubber, right? And this little device here adds just a little bit of weight to the end of the valve stem. I have heard, by way of other Airstream owners that have used products like this, that this thing jiggling around, ironically, can actually cause flats. It can cause this to split. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to head over to Discount Tire, which is a chain here in Arizona, and they are going to put on some solid, nice stainless steel valve stems for us. Ta-da, the magic of YouTube. We are here, Discount Tire. I am holding a tire changing device. Fred and I are very familiar with this. So Airstreams are a little special, of course. You can't jack them up as easily as a normal trailer, and it is actually possible to damage the elastomer axle if you're not careful. So instead, what you can do is you can pull the trailer onto the ramp thusly, thereby raising the other tires. So we're going to use this device to raise each tire independently and let these guys pull them off so that they can install the valve stems.
Dev. Keep on going. Keep on coming. There we go. Keep on coming. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. Right there. What's going on? He is taking the rear wheel off.
So I want to let go of the brake. You know how the truck's going to roll just a tiny bit. Is that going to be safe?
And then you can just finish it.
first part? No. Put the washer on it. Put the washer on it first, then put it through the hole.
So these valve stems won't flop around as much, right?
Yeah, they won't. So
Gotcha.
Like that or the other way around? How would you put the washer on like that? Like that? And put it through the hole. And then put this in. And your cap's right here too. Bunch of air there. You want to give me the torque thing? The stick? Yeah. You don't need a stick there. The rudder. Make sure it's in there tight. Yeah.
So is this auto sets pressure, huh?
Yeah.
I'd love to have something like that for the Airstream, for the mountain bikes.
Yeah.
Alright, we just got back from Discount Tire, and so they've put on these badass valve stems. So now we have a stainless steel valve stem that's not going to waggle back and forth. And so now I can show you how we hook up to this TPMS. So the product is from a company called Tire Minder. And the specific product is Smart TPMS. This stands for Tire Pressure Management System. So the way this thing works is, instead of putting an RFID sensor in the tire, all you have to do is put this little transmitter on the valve stem itself. The way that this works is, inside the transmitter there is a room for a little button battery, a 1632. You can see there's a little O-ring to keep it environmentally sealed. Then what you do is you walk over to the trailer and you screw this on, and this becomes a transmitter that will give temperature and pressure. The transmitter transmits to a device on the trailer that's at some proprietary frequency. I don't know what the protocol is. And the device is here. So they've mounted the this is a booster. So it receives signals from the tires, all four of them. Then it retransmits that signal as Bluetooth. So this device right here is the Bluetooth transmitter, and this is what hooks into your phone. So you don't have to have any additional devices cluttering up your cockpit. There's just one indicator on this entire device. It's a flat tire indicator. And if the tire pressure goes in or out of range over a certain period of time, this thing will blink and it'll make a beeping noise, and you will get a message on the phone. And from the phone you can see individual tire pressures, and you can see temperatures. So what we're going to show you now is the pairing procedure. Okay, so let's go through the pairing procedure. So I have one of the tire minder transmitters here, and you can see I've installed the battery. So the way that this works is we're going to fire up the tire minder app, and we're going to go into learn mode. I'm going to pick a position, and the tire minder app is now going to listen for a signal from any transmitter that it hasn't paired with yet. So I'm going to screw it on now to the tire. And we're now going to get a beep that tells us that that position has been paired. Okay, I'm going to pair the second position. So I'm going to go into my learn mode, pick my position. As before, just simply screwing on the sensor. And now we get a reading. So next step that we're going to go through is I need to set the ranges that are considered normal tire pressure. The ranges that a standard settings are much higher than we would typically want to, so I'm going to go to my baseline. So I'm going to start on the front tire here, and I'm going to do, I like to do around 69 is my standard. Right now the tires are a little bit cold, so as you start rolling they'll heat up, and if you set the pressure to exactly what they are now, it'll actually set an alarm off while you're driving. So I'm going to do 69 on all of these. Okay, so you can see now we're in monitoring mode, and I can check each one of these individual tires. So every single one, because we just came back from Discount Tires at almost exactly the same pressure, 66 psi. You can see it's even giving us temperatures. So now for the final demonstration, we're going to simulate pressure loss. So we're going to unscrew one of these sensors and listen to the alarm go off. So you can see we got an alert on the phone, and we also are getting an audio alert from the handheld device. Okay, so other features to finish off our tire minder device. They do offer this little locking nut. The purpose of this nut is you screw it on all the way onto the valve stem first, then you screw on the transmitter. Then you can back this nut backwards counterclockwise until it locks onto the transmitter with a little wrench, and that allegedly locks the transmitter onto the tires. It's supposed to be somewhat of an anti-theft device. I discovered that immediately after I first installed the anti-theft washer, even in its fully screwed down position, when it's not in its theft mode and you unscrew the transmitter so that you can add air to the tire, the nut actually blocks filling the tire. So you have to take it off along with the transmitter. So I have elected not to use the anti-theft washer. Also, the tire minder does come with 2 sets of batteries, which is really nice. And it does come with extra, there's little O-rings for these transmitters, because obviously they can get in tremendous environmental conditions. Also, it does come with a small USB charger to charge up the USB transmitter.